Well, this is it. The first stream of 2024. Just me, you, and, what is this? Forever You by the Caffeine Creek Band. Yep. Just us. Well, I mean, Meatloaf is on my lap, so we're not completely alone. You're never completely alone. Do I just skip into the part where I play Minecraft? I think I do. I think that 11:30 on a Friday is not the best time to get a whole bunch of people showing up. So I'm just gonna... Validation. I feel validated, Tegan. Thank you. Happy New Year, lovely. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Susie. Welcome in, everybody. It is time for me to get back on the horse, as it were. I am, however, afraid of horses, so you're going to have to be very patient with me. Let me go ahead and just switch over and get to work. Ahoy, hoy, Gata. Welcome in. Oh, shit. Whoa. 2 years worth of subs be upon ye. Thank you, Aya. You get... Oh, man. I haven't given a jolly jangle of the cheer bell since last year. Anyway, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Welcome in, everybody. Happy New Year. It is I, Farmer Gata, and we are once again on the Haycraft Minecraft server. It has been like a month since I streamed last. The last time I streamed, we did like a Lego building stream, and that just kind of sat there for like all of Christmas. Remember, if you grab Lego Shadow, you have to give him a pew-pew. You sound broken inside. I'm not broken inside. I'm out of practice. I don't have the same energy that I used to. I'm an old man, Jun. I'm another year older, another year whiter, especially after Christmas season, and I'm just trying to figure things out. So, you know, cut me some slack. I'm sick and sleepy. I'm not sick. I will admit to being sleepy, however. But yes, welcome. Welcome, 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 everyone. Back to the server, back to the stream. Let me move this a little closer. Meatloaf is trying to chew on my headphones. Don't do that. He insists on being in my lap for this. Whiter or wider? No, I have gained weight. That is... I don't think I can get much whiter than I already am. So we're just gonna leave that be. Let me show you the one thing that I have accomplished in the time since we last met. First of all, you'll notice that we have some protective barriers on the path leading up to the cube. So that's happened. I put in a few supports for this. Thought you were going gray for a second. Well, I am, but we're not going to talk about that. And then on this side, you can see I started filling in the supports to make it a little more decorative. I'm not sure if I like the look of this, if I want to keep it. I also put like a secret entrance to the lower area of the cube basement where the sacrificial ball pit is going to be. And I've also started... Oh! Bingus! Bingus! Thank you so much for the subs, Raggles. You get a jolly jangle of the cheer bell. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. And Sheila, hey, Gata, gonna have to lurk today, even though I'm excited that you're back. Well, that's fine. It is 11:30 on a fucking Friday, and I decided now's a good time to stream. Oh, also, I just realized I gotta move the chat box because the... Come and go, Scout. Sheila just subscribed. Oh, Raglan gifted a sub. Thank you so much. You guys get a jolly jangle of the cheer bell. Thank you. Thank you so much, Raggles. That's very, very generous of you, and I greatly appreciate it. My bell on my mouse cord, which is not ideal, all things considered. Tegan just subscribed. Oh, Raggle's gifted another sub. You get a Jolly Jangle of the cheer bell. Thank you.
For Henbert, all the cheer bell. Thank you, Father. Fill it with worms, all the lovely worms I need to grow into a T-Rex or maybe a Nanotyrannos.
Is that how chickens work? Enough worms, they evolve into a T-Rex? Thank you for the gift sub again, Raglan to Jun. You get a Jolly Jangle of the cheer bell. Thank you. Thank you. You may as well just hold on to the bell at this point, honestly. Let me do a hydrate real quick. Thank you so much. Delicious, delicious. Wow. I can't believe I've been streaming for all of 10 minutes and I've already made so much money. I'm so good at this. I'm so good at my job. It definitely has nothing to do with the fact that it's the beginning of the month and Raglan has money to fucking burn. All right, thank you guys so much. I need to actually do the thing I said I was going to do, which was move the chat over. Where is the chat? Here's the chat. We're just gonna doop a 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 doop. Ba-doop, boop. There we go. Much better. Much better. All right. Well, with all that said, what else have I done? Oh, yeah. So I decorated this bit a bit. I also have started working on around the side. So we are going to have these lava pillars that reach all the way, all the way up. To make it appear as though the cube is being held in place by these rivers of lava. I've mostly just gone around the outside and placed down the stone bricks where they're going to be. I haven't done much more than that. Because each side of this cube is 64 blocks tall, it means that I have to have 4 stacks of 64 to get from the bottom to the top for each one of these pillars. And there's like 6 pillars per side, so obviously it's kind of been a hot minute. It's been a minute. I'm working on it. It's a work in progress. I also did finally finish this. This used to be all grass. I did finish this, so soon we're gonna have the lava ring going around it. The containment of the cube will be complete, and yeah. Also, you guys are gonna like this. I did not set on my laurels completely while I was gone. In the time that I was not streaming, I spent a decent amount of time grinding for cobblestone. So all of these are filled. This one's filled. This one's filled. This one's almost filled. And then this one has all of the stone that I've been smelting. I've been using these furnaces and some lava buckets to make some proper stone, some stone proper. I did miss my farmer podcast while you were away. Well, luckily for you, this is absolutely going to be a farmer podcast day, as we are working on the last handful of layers on the cube, and then we will have to switch over into working on the decorative stuff. So how's it been, guys? How's it hanging? I haven't seen you guys since, say the line, gotta, last year. Hooray for enough stone for one more layer. Isn't that how it goes? Not only that, we then have to fill in all of this. So, I mean, I don't even know if there's going to be quite enough. So much has happened, and yet so little has happened as well. You know what I mean? Oh, well, no, that's fair. We're back to this again. Okay. We're back to this again. I don't even remember what we talked about the last time we spoke. I haven't even watched that VOD. Have I uploaded that VOD? I don't know. My dad gave me COVID for my birthday. Oh no. Yeah, no, I'm not in the same boat. I did get sick for a couple of weeks there, which is why I went on hiatus in the first place. But it was just a cold. No one can go under the coop. It's a quarantine zone. My one of my bosses has COVID. They're like at home right now with a fever, trying to ward it off. And everyone at my job is masked now, immediately like, we cannot afford to lose any more people to this fucking disease. Ah! It's terrifying out there right now, everybody. Mask up. If you haven't got the most recent Myrna vaccination, unless you are physically incapable of accepting it, please do so. It is not a booster. The most recent Myrna vaccine that is available is, in fact, a brand new vaccine specifically for the variants of COVID that are around in this day and age. So please go get vaccinated if you haven't. My vaccination should be Monday or Tuesday. I haven't heard back just yet. But absolutely, please get the shot if you can. If you can. I don't know why I'm saying this to you guys. Oh, shit. Did you see the... I don't even want to cheer that. I don't even want to... Raglan, thank you for your generosity. You gifted a sub to Twitch user D&D 5th edition. Are you fucking shitting me? You're cheering Raglan. You get a jolly jangle of the cheer bell. Thank you. I don't know how to feel about this. I genuinely do not fucking know how to feel about this. Today is actually the 1-year anniversary of the OGL 1.1 announcement. It has been 1 year since Wizards of the Coast walked out on stage with a gun, cocked it, stared us all dead in the eyes, and then unloaded it into their own foot. 1 year. Oh, how the time flies. And yet, what's fascinating is that I think it was just yesterday the MCDM Kickstarter ended and was successful. Did you ever check the basement? People, I received 2 very interesting questions. No, I didn't. What's in the basement? That's right. You did threaten me, saying that there was something in the basement I should be aware of, and I, fearful for my life and not having a camera on, never did. What's going on in the basement? What's happening down here? What have you done, Raggles? Evil kitty face emoji. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know. Suspicious. Suspicious. Step 1. Look for traps. There appears to be no traps. Keep my pickaxe on me. Keep that motherfucking thing on me. Well, I can't say I'm not grateful. Got him! Jesus Christ. You put this here like 2 months ago. All right, well, thanks. Thanks for the ender chest. This does mean that I can go put this over by the cobblestone generator for easier transportation? Question mark? Oh, right, I sealed that off so I can't actually hop up there. Huh. So that's definitely something. Thank you for the gift. Thank you for the gift, Raggles. The amount of effort you put into informing me that there was something that I needed to see in the basement really made me think you were setting up a trap. And somehow, it wasn't that. It's a cursed ender chest. It has curse of Gata is a nerd. Yeah. I shouldn't be surprised. All right, these are all empty already, so that's good. That's good. All right. Seems real. It seems real. It's not going to blow up on me. It isn't a bomb. Affectionate. Thank you, Raggles. It's very sweet of you. I will consider that a belated birthday present. What were we talking about before this? Oh, right. Dungeons and Dragons, as always. Yeah, no, it's, how much TNT would Raglan need to blow up the cube? It's a lot of cube to blow up. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's a lot of cube. I think it would take a significant amount of TNT for that to be a possibility. Pretty damn solid, all things considered. It is 100%, or well, 99.9% cobblestone. So, oh, also, you will notice that my texts, my in-game text box is a little borked. I don't know what's causing that, and I'm going to be doing a big server update in the next couple of days. So I said, fuck it, I'll deal with it once I finish updating the server. I'll figure out what the problem is then. Freddy Fazbear, thank you so much for the sub, Raggles. You get a jolly jangle of the cheer bell. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. God, amazing. Fantastic. Thank you, Tegan, for the clip. But no, it's been 1 calendar year since the OGL debacle was first reported on, which is wild due to how all-consuming that news became for a decent chunk of my life. Like, I'm pretty certain... Like, let me be honest. Let me be clear. I've been talking about Dungeons & Dragons pretty much for the entirety of my channel, and my current tone changes depending on the day. But... Okay, well, now you're just making shit up. Now you're just making shit up. Thank you. Thank you for the sub, Raggles. You get a jolly jangle of the cheer bell. Grabs Twitch user Cheerbell by the throat and shakes them back and forth. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Raglan made shit up at D&D 5th edition. It wasn't even spelled correct. Are these actual accounts, or are you just throwing your money away? I'm fine with either. However, they are in fact real accounts. My God. Freddy Fazbear, D&D 5th edition, and Cheerbell are gonna come to this stream being like, hey, why are we here? What are we doing? What's happening? We got a ping? Why this? Why is this a thing? Bruh. But it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Captain Comic Geek previously... Get out of the way. Move. Thank you. Captain Comic Geek previously asked my opinion on Steamboat Willie finally being in the public domain, and my opinions of such a monumentous occasion. I have thoughts and opinions, and if you've been following me on Twitter, you've seen me like retweet all the funny stuff about it. I think that more things should be in the public domain, and also that trademarks are bullshit and should not be a thing. I firmly believe that after a certain point, individual pieces of media and concepts should just be free for anyone to use. There should be no stipulation. We should have got Mickey Mouse knockoffs forever. The only legal protection that a trademark should give you is if a competitor or someone else creates a product that is implied to be official. Disney should still have the rights to make new Mickey Mouse media, and those individual pieces of media should have an expiration date upon which they are allowed to be entered into the public domain. However, people should be allowed to use anything in any publicly available piece of media that has lapsed without repercussions. Disney is absolutely going the route where they're going to argue for tiny minor shit being too close to a modern Mickey Mouse, or a Mickey Mouse that exists in the 50 years of Mickey existing. And it's gonna be a time. It's gonna be a time. Raglan has at least 5 chickens floating around. It's true, he do. It's very true, he do. I don't know. Steamboat Willie, the original version of Mickey Mouse, is free to use, free to build upon, as long as the individual clarifies it is not an official Disney product. And that's fine. I just worry that this whole debacle is going to lead to Disney improving the power of trademarks to the point where copyright essentially no longer is it no longer exists. This is going to this may lead to the utter nuking of any viable use of the public domain, which is upsetting, but we'll see. You just wait for my grizzled space captain ratfolk named Willie comes out. See, here's the thing though, right? Here's the thing. People have been making WcDonald's for years, right? People have been making what are clearly meant to be references to existing pop culture phenomenon, despite not having those licenses for years, for about as long as copyright has existed. Literally back in the 1920s, or the 1910s rather, actually, now that I think about it, there was French fanfic of Sherlock Holmes, which is where the Phantom Thief Arsène Lupin comes from. And in order to get around the legal challenge from Arthur Conan Doyle, who said, hey, you can't use Sherlock Holmes in your books, that's my character, the author literally just made a ripoff called Hemlock Sholmes. Like, for about as long as copyright and public domain has been a thing people have fought over, there have been people flying in the face of it. Herlock Sholmes. Right. There you go. So, like, there isn't any really good reason other than to say, fuck you, Disney, to really use Mickey Mouse. You can make your own mischievous rodent rubber hose character as long as you don't use the actual Mouse Ears logo. Disney can't and probably won't do much. It's why they've never gone after Sonic. It's why people still do rubber hose content now. Fuck you, Disney is good. My concern, because I always have a concern, I have to be contrarian. You guys know this. I'm a contrarian agrarian. That's my deal. Is that, like, all this is really doing is shoving Mickey Mouse, Disney's main logo, into public conscious more than it already was. I don't think Disney really needs that. Alternatively, if they were to be like, hey, as long as you make sure you know that anything you make or sell isn't an official Disney product, like, I think Disney should put more things into the air quotes public domain. It's essentially free marketing at this point. Everyone and their mother is watching and seeing and remembering Steamboat Willie, which really only existed as an oddity in the public consciousness until now. Everyone knows, like, the little whistling bit, but no one's watched the whole cartoon where Mickey abuses multiple animals in a horrendous fashion. So, like, I don't know. Why do people want Mickey Mouse so much? Oswald the Lucky Rabbit is, like, right there. I love Oswald very much. It's a similar issue. Disney owns the character. Anything you do with Oswald is like, I don't know. But also, hello, Bandit. I love Herlock Sholmes, my mail fail. Oh no. Oh no. Corridor Crew uploaded their whole thing to their YouTube. And yes, so people have been uploading the whole short, all of Steamboat Willie, in its basic or altered form, ever since midnight, January 1st, 2024. A couple of them have been automatically struck down by YouTube for breaking Disney's copyright, which means that we are going to see legal battles. YouTube is going to have to adjust their policies, or Disney is going to, in fact, argue that people shouldn't be able to do that. So I don't know. I don't know. Best case scenario is Disney realizes what a good marketing tool it is to put their old content up for free for anyone to riff on or edit or change, right? Worst case scenario, Disney tries to solidify their trademark protection. And the only issues we have, well, the main issues we have is that public domain becomes essentially useless to anyone who wants to create new works, as suddenly Disney has introduced a fail state wherein you can still be held legally liable for things. Which sucks. Which absolutely sucks. What I have seen about this, and you've seen on my Twitter if you follow me, is that in response to the questionable usage of Steamboat Willie, some artists have flat out been like, you know what? Can I give my insider POV on this? You have Bob Iger's answer? What? Has he publicly said anything? I haven't. I mean, see, my problem is, right, that unlike some people who follow this channel, I am not a Disney adult, so I only have speculation on my end. So I come on here, I answer to the best of my ability in a way that sounds authoritative because I am a white man and I speak about things as though I know them. And then someone else says, hey, actually, you don't know shit, Gata. Fuck you. Bing bong. Gata, do you not know I've spoken to Bob Iger? No, I do not know that you have spoken to Bob Iger. What does Bob Iger have to say about this? This is such old news. What does Robert Iger have to say? I thought I told you, LMAO. No. You might have posted it in one of the many Discords that we are in together that I do not regularly check because I have so many Discords that I'm in that I just don't check them. But directly to me, I have not heard anything. Please share with the class. I'm only here for the wild speculation. Good. I'm glad, Captain Comic Geek. I'm glad you're getting what you want out of this content. Question mark, I guess. But please, please go ahead. Bob Iger is not a fan of the fact that it's public domain. Well, I can imagine not. It's Steamboat fucking Willie. I was really hoping you were going to say something like, I can tell you more in an off-stream, not alive on the internet forever. Oh, no. Oh, no. That does not bode well. Okay, I'm going to pretend I don't know that, and I'm just going to assume that Bob Iger and Disney itself as a corporation are evil and going to ruin everything that is good about art in our society. I mean, they already made Wish, so... Ayo! Ba-da-bop, here on Farm Regattas, we only harvest the lowest of the hanging fruit. The little dance off the stage. Tappity, 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 tap.
Bing bong bong bing bing bong, they send bing bong back to hell again. No. Not never. Steamboat's thine Willie. Iger can eat a bing bong fruit.
Wow. And that is the official stance of the Farm Regatta community. Henbert said it, so it must be true. I must be legally held liable for anything Henbert says. Please don't put anything that I have to clip out. Please. This was a funny bit for 2 milliseconds until I realized, oh, wait a minute. Oh, hold on. Sorry. Oh, no. It's not like an NDA thing, but it's not unlike an NDA thing. I get that. God bless Henbert. So, I am, in a similar note, I am going to talk about a project of mine that fell through. I'm not going to mention the project by name, but it is one of the number of writing projects that I signed on for in 2023 that was going to be a physical print media. So unfortunately, one of those has fallen through. My
name is Henbert, I hate Mondays, and I love lasagna.
And that is Henbert, my officially copyrighted original character. Thank you very much. What was I saying? Yeah, I also sort of, kind of, not really am under, not an NDA, but something akin to an NDA. It's more of a don't be caught talking about it publicly, or like that's kind of it for working with us, which I understand. People don't want to have like internal documentation on a project released to the public until they're ready for it. That's understandable entirely. But the contract for that did in fact fall through, so technically I can talk about some of the inner stuff as long as no names or anything get tossed around. I was tapped for a writing project that was supposed to be very short, sweet, and simple. Basically just me getting like 500 words worth of a project out into the world so I could say, hey, I'm in a print media project. It's a small bit, but you can see my work here, and I was really excited about it. Unfortunately, they gave the contract for all of us to sign on the 1st of January. And that's fine. They said, you know, we're going to do Christmas stuff first, and then on January 1st, we're going to give you guys the contract so you can look it over, sign it, and we can get to work on it proper. And I'm like, cool. Cool. Great. Wonderful. Love it. Well, I get the contract. And it's not good. Not in like a malicious way where like this company is trying to screw me over. More like in a inexperienced way where the wording, the specific wording of the contract was like rife for abuse. So it was a freelance contract. And in the contract, they put a very specific deadline to it, a very specific timer on it, stating that once the final product is officially published, the day that the book is available for sale, I am no longer under any sort of obligation to continue working for the individuals of the company, nor am I held to any sort of privacy connotations. There was a subsection about not sharing any information about like who's on the project or like any writing from the project. Like all of that has to be kept hush-hush until the book is out, which is fair. And also the contract's like, hey, once the book is out, like you can tell anyone, you can talk about it, you can share your experiences on the project because the agreement that you won't talk about it will have expired. And that's cool. Cool. Good. Unfortunately, one of the other provisions included the payment structure. And by the wording, by the letter of the document, the agreement for how I got paid would also expire with the contract the day the book went live. So the day that the book is able to produce any sort of money is the day that my payment agreement ceases. That was obviously not the intent of the people writing the contract, but it was pretty obvious from that alone that that they did not have a lawyer on staff to look it over. And let me tell you something, kids, never sign any legally binding document if the wording is even slightly iffy. The road to hell is paved with good intentions, and when it comes to copyright law, it is hell. And like, even if the author does not intend for you to be damaged by it, it could come back and bite everyone in the ass. So that issue was raised. And the organizers were like, oh shit, that's right. We should probably fix that. Hold on, everybody. The problem is that people had already signed it. Some people on the group just assumed that the organizers had the experience and knew what they were doing. So they, without even reading it, they signed it and handed it over. Thankfully, it was in a state where the organizers hadn't signed it themselves, so it was not yet legally binding. Like the organizers did not pre-sign the contracts. So thankfully, the individuals are not beholden to that document, but they could have been. They could have been, which was upsetting. Then there was an issue when it came to rights usage. Actually, if you're in my Discord, you saw the draft that I had done up. I'd already started work on this before the document was shown to me, before the contract was shown to me. I was excited. I hit the ground running. So you guys got to see that work in progress document for free with any, names or whatever scrubbed from it. So I'm still fine. But you'll notice that in that document, like, the point of it was I introduced fantasy world versions of Farmergata, Ewan, and Henbert. I was using this as a chance to put my NPCs out there as a usable character for role-playing games, right? In the contract, it talked about the rights usage. And the idea of the project is that if the book is successful, they'll want to make expansions and spin-offs for it. The the Nick Knacker Barrel. Nice. Yes. So the idea was that, like, I want Farmergata to be in a TTRPG supplement so other people can use them in their games. He's almost done with the cube. We're literally on the second to last layer. Then we have to seal up the staircases. We are so close, I can almost taste it. Hello, Zero Delta. So, the cube! Hey, Ren, welcome in. I'm talking about a contract that I almost signed, but then didn't because there were problems with it. So the project the project was made with the intention that if it was a successful book, the organizers would want to be able to continue to build upon the work that we had done without needing to request rights for each individual book, right? So the original letter, the original contract stated that any work submitted to the project became equally owned by the organizing group, the writer who produced it, and the writers who were working on other parts of the book. However, those rights were only valid for use if for a product under the very specific product banner. So let's make up a name. Let's say the name of the original book was Eggshell Acres 1, and someone put their OC, Mr. Gorbo Blorbo, into Eggshell Acres 1, right? If Eggshell Acres 1 was successful enough that the organizers wanted to make an Eggshell Acres 2, but the author for Glorbo Borblo didn't want to participate in Eggshell Acres 2, there was already an existing agreement that the organizers could continue to use Gorbo Blorbo and the concept surrounding him in a future book. So that if, for whatever reason, Gorbo Blorbo became, like, required, like a fan favorite, and him not being there was, like, a cause for concern, the organizers don't have to contact the original author, work out individual rights usages for the next couple of books. Like, it's just to make sure that everyone is on the same page with that, right? And that's absolutely fine. However, not only does that rights agreement apparently cease to exist once the book is published, due to that clause of
hello there, Farmergata.
Oh?
How much donation would it take for you to hollow out this fine-looking cube?
You're supposed to wait until I put the last piece in to ask that. Well, $500. If we reach $500, I'll gold the cube. If we reach $500 more, I'll hollow out the cube. Gotta? Don't dignify that with a number. Jun, I need money. Do you want to know what my wife has asked for Valentine's Day? She wants to get a wedding ring tattoo. She wants me to buy her a Kate Spade purse, and she wants me to buy her a puppy. All for Valentine's Day. This isn't like options. This is her saying, this is what I am getting for Valentine's Day. You figure it out. I need money. I need money so bad. Like, all the bills are paid and everything, and I'm mostly exaggerating. Time to sell a few rings and donate $1,000 USD. I will fucking do it. I'll fucking do it. I will surround the cube in a golden aura and then get the pickaxe out and remove all the cobble from it. I'll donate more if he shiny hunts a Weedle. I will not do that. I will not be doing that. I will not be doing that. So anyway, yeah, rights usage, okay? So the intent was to allow them to continue to use concepts and characters for future books, but not to, like, let anyone have access to it, right? So, like, if someone wanted to make their own book unrelated from the Eggshell Acres series, they don't get they don't get Gorbo Blorbo just because they were on the Eggshell Acres book when I wrote Gorbo Blorbo. However, and I cannot stress this enough, the wording of that rights agreement means that if I were the author of Gorbo Blorbo, I would no longer how much to dismantle the cube and rebuild it a few blocks to the left. Jesus fuck, you guys. That's $10 an hour for that Dono alone, Renegade. Ayo. That's not necessarily good money, but that's not bad money. You know? I'm desperate enough that I might take it. That is more than the federal minimum wage. That is very true. That is very, very true. But no. So to finish my story, the rights usage, the rights agreement states that anything produced by the writer on the project becomes the shared content. It becomes shared rights to the organizers and other writers on the project, but only can be used if under the same banner as the original book. The way it's worded means that if I were the author of Gorbo Blorbo and I wanted to put Gorbo Blorbo in something else that I made, I wouldn't be able to do it, because the way it was worded solidifies anything that I write for this book under that book's banner, and that book's banner belongs to the organizers. If I were to ever create something similar, even if they would never do it, they would have the legal requirement to sue me over it. And I went, no. I don't want to accidentally give the rights to my VTuber and extended VTuber cast to another publishing company for literally nothing. No, I left the project. Even though that wasn't the intent, and the organizers did say, like, no, that's not the purpose. That's not why we wrote it like that. I went, I think I'm good. I think I'm all set. The worst part, and those of you who have followed me in my TTRPG ramblings for any amount of time will understand why this is a problem, is that instead of solving these issues, instead of trying to rewrite the contract or make multiple different documents that each do different things that we all have to sign, they decided to just put the entire project under Paizo's Orc license. So I said no thank you. I said no thank you. I'm good. I'm fine. I don't need to do this. So, I've said no to that project. I've said no to that project. I do have a couple other writing projects that I'm tapped on. I'm going to be a stretch goal writer for a Kickstarter. Something else that I actually can't talk about right now. So hopefully 2024, excuse me, is the year of Gatta officially getting into print media. It would be very nice to have a physical book with my my work on it. As much as good intentions, hell in a handbasket. Honestly, most legal nonsense tends to be hell in a handbasket, so I don't know why I am surprised. I already fucked up. Therefore, 2025 will be my year. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Fuck yeah. Ugh. All right. Let's talk about something else now. I feel like there was a conversation going in chat, but I have long forgotten. Y'all want to hear about Lego? I can talk about Lego all day long, and I do actually have some interesting things to talk about. So, one of my side projects that I've been...
Well, it would seem I have to do everything around here.
Yeah.
No, don't get up, I'll take it. Moshi Moshi, Henbert here. You're looking for homosexual? Sure, I'll pass the phone right over. Farmer, it's for you.
Thanks, man. Thanks. Thank the stars for that interruption. What do you mean? Don't you all love my Lego Deep Lore talks? Don't you all love it when I talk about nothing but Lego for 3 hours straight? Okay, fine. Fine. I'll shut up. I won't tell you about the cool things going on in my world. I want the Lego lore. Thank you, Robotic Rocketeer, my only friend. Thank you, Blastflight S, my other only friend. I don't. Oh, okay. Well, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. But no, so, give us the Lego lore. So, I am attempting to collect all of the year 2000 release of Lego Knights Kingdom 1. I think it is interesting. I have a lot of things to talk about the development and the history of it, and I kind of want to do something along the lines of a video essay in the same vein as R.R. Slugger's work, just because I have the kind of a burning desire to do so in my head. I don't think it'll become a regular thing for me, but it's something that I want to try. So I've been slowly but surely collecting all the pieces needed to recreate